everybody, it's Sarah Doman here and I'm the resident play expert for Rosa and Bo, and today I'm here to give you 5 tips to encourage your child to speak. Now, when we are looking at communication and language, it's really important to remember that speech is not the only element of communication and language when we're looking at the early years curriculum here in the UK. There's also listening and attention to think about and children's understanding. And quite often, if children are not speaking very much in the beginning, it could be because they're really focusing on developing these other skills as well. So I will do some more information for you on those to another time, but today we're going to focus on speech. So kicking off with tip number 1, and that is books. Books are one of the most amazing resources that we have available to us in terms of developing children's speech. Now, with so many options to consider in terms of books, here's a few things that you should think about when we're thinking about speech to encourage your child's skills in this area. So you want a book that's going to be robust. Board books are absolutely ideal for this, and the reason for that is because repetition is key when children are learning to speak. So you want a book that's going to stand the test of time and is going to be able to be read lots and lots of times. In terms of illustrations, you want to be having simple colours. Black and white are absolutely brilliant colours for developing our very youngest readers' sense of sight, but simple block colours as well will be very attractive and easy for all children to look at and to understand. The other thing to think about is the language, the copy that's written within the book. You want that to be short, simple, and repetitive, because again, that sense of repetition really helps those brain connections when children are learning to form very strong connections. So that's something to think about. And when we are teaching children to speak, when we're trying to encourage those skills, we want to do that in an environment that's free from distractions. So turning off the television or turning off the radio can really support children with their sense of developing speech. And we have an absolutely brilliant board book here at Rosa and Bo. It's the first in our series, and it features the characters Rosa and Bo Bunny meeting for the very first time. It's got very simple pictures, a very simple storyline, and is perfect for introducing our youngest readers to this sense of reading a book. So tip number 2, moving on to singing. And even if you haven't been blessed with the voice of an angel, like me, luckily our children don't mind. Some of the best songs to be singing with our children in terms of speech development are action songs. And the reason for that is because not only are we giving children the words, but when we're giving them an action as well, we're telling them exactly what that word means. So a song like head, shoulders, knees and toes, we are pointing to what we are also saying. So children are hearing the word and they have an action that matches that, which just deepens their understanding even further. So one of the things that's often neglected when it comes to speech development are speech sounds, and there are actually some things that you can do with your children which are really fun, play-based, and are going to help develop those speech sounds. So one of the best ways that you can do this is by making animal sounds with your children. So thinking about a fish, thinking about horse hooves, clip-clopping, thinking about a snake, hissing. All of these things are skills that children are going to need when they go on to sound words out when they're learning to read, but also generally when they're speaking, they have to be able to have those muscles developed in order to say and pronounce words correctly. So that's a really important one that often we don't think about. And finally, when we want to extend children's language development, one of the best ways we can do this is by adding one word at a time. And my favourite resource that we have here at Rosa and Bo to be able to do that are our nesting babies. And today I'm going to talk to you about the woodland nesting babies. What I love about these is that within each nesting baby there's a different animal. They're all different colours and they have different features within that. So for example, within the middle of the nesting babies is Bo Bunny. So your child might say to you bunny, and you can add one word by saying small bunny. Or they might get to the badger and you can say big badger. So not only are you increasing their language, increasing their vocabulary, but you're also bringing in a mathematical concept. And you can do that by adding colour, by talking about the features on their face. The opportunities are absolutely endless. So there we have it, your 5 tips for encouraging your child's speech. I really hope that this has been useful. Please let us know in the comments if it has. And if you want to read more about how you can encourage your child's speech, I've written a blog on how to encourage your child's speech, and the link to that is in our bio. Any questions at all, please drop them our way and we'll be very happy to answer them. See you soon!